G'day everybody, welcome to Greens and Gains. Come and join me and my mate Lee. I'm a physio, 3-part wizard and golf addict. And Lee is a PGA pro, a rugby league degenerate and an absolute freak on the golf course. Greens and Gains is two blokes having a chat about how to improve your golf game and feel better about yourself. Why don't you come and join the fun?
Well, g'day everybody. Lee Hunt here, Tom DeJersey on the other side. Hope you've had a great week. Welcome back to Greens and Gains. What a week. Tommy, tell me all about it.
Hello. How are you, my friend? What's going on?
I'm great. It's been raining all day, so me in typical style. Said it's been beautiful weather last week on the pod. Just like I put the mocker on Rory, it's now rained. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, people. Won't happen again. Absolute shocker. Absolute shocker. But the weather's supposed to be good coming towards, so that'll be nice. We'll get a bit of better weather and we'll get us out in the golf course.
The sun might come out, you never know.
Yeah.
Now, we've had a big week over here on the pod, haven't we, Lee?
Yeah, it's been fun.
We got some big news.
I know.
Couple of exciting emails.
Yep.
We are so excited to announce that we have our first partnership on the Greens and Gains podcast.
Wow. Hey,
Somebody's seen the light and they've come to the party and we love it.
we got a box of Krispy Kremes a week for it.
That's
fantastic.
it. No, more than that.
No.
On-Course Golf are Australia's leading network of pro shops, offering an extensive range of golf equipment, including golf clubs, golf balls, apparel, accessories from all major brands. Plus, you can search for lessons and clinics from qualified PGA professionals and club fitting events in your local area. They have 80 sellers nationwide. The On-Course site offers a wide selection to meet all of your golfing needs.
Unbelievable, Tommy. Unbelievable. And most importantly, you're actually buying directly from the team in the pro shops at store. So the PGA professionals who know what they're talking about can assist you. They'll send it straight click and collect or free freight straight to your door. So it's nice and easy. You jump on the On-Course website, check it out, oncoursegolf.com.au. Get amongst it, people. They do a great job.
So thank you so much to On-Course for joining us on this journey on Greens and Gains. We're so thankful. We're so glad you're here. If you are looking to shop, if you're looking to buy, if you're not sure, On-Course is the way to go about it. They are not a big globo giant golf retailer. They are individual guys in the pro shops. You should go and have a look. If you're unsure, if you need someone to shop from, let us know. We'll point you in the right direction.
Absolutely, Tommy. PGA
Huge.
professionals all the way there.
Huge.
Wonderful job. Yep.
Grassroots golfers supporting grassroots golfers. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Let's jump straight into some things for this week, Lee. My first question, first and foremost, I have noticed there are some well-dressed gentlemen on the golf course. I own 4 or 5 shirts. Nothing I have is color coordinated. I don't really know what I'm doing. You have been a very vocal critic of my current pair of FootJoy Premier golf shoes. They were white. They're now a shade of off brown. How do I stay looking fresh? What clothing decisions do I need to make? I don't actually know how to dress appropriately for golf other than a collared shirt and some shoes.
Well, pretty simple, Tommy. The state of your shoes, I think we should put some photos up of your shoes.
I can get some photos up.
The FootJoy shoe is a brilliant shoe, nice and white when it comes. My mum and dad would not let me out of the house if I had dirty shoes when I was a young fella.
Uh-huh.
And when
That's
I
fair.
see you rock up, you look like you've slept under a park bench.
In a
you're
puddle.
In a puddle. You need to have clean shoes. So this comes back to last week, Tommy. Remember when you were stealing the towel from the locker room?
Oh, yes. I have some
Yeah.
exciting news on that front.
Yeah. So you keep your shoes clean, people. Keep them clean. Have a shirt that's ironed. They're just nice and clean, tidy. Look like you've been kept. Yeah, you never know. You might meet the person of your dreams on the golf course. You want to look smart on the golf course.
You never know.
Look good, play good, Tommy.
Feel
Look
good.
play good. Feel
Something
good.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
In terms of your favourite brands at the moment, in terms of what you're liking, what you wear, what do you buy? I don't really know. Where do we spend our time and money?
Well, there's so many good brands. It used to be just one brand, didn't it? I listen to all the young kids are loving the FootJoy stuff with the FJ on the collar. That's pretty popular. I see a lot of that in pro shops. Adidas do a great job. They've got some nice stuff. The hoodies in. I'm wearing Travis Matthews tonight, dressed by Travis Matthews.
Me too. But that has nothing. We didn't actually plan this. That's just happened.
We didn't plan it. It's I love Travis Matthews is a bit more chilled. You can wear it to the golf course. You can wear it to a barbecue afterwards. You can drop in and have a beer at the local venue. You don't really look like a golfer, but being a golfer, you've got a license just to dress up to the nines, and it looks appropriate on a golf course. But if you're walking through the shopping centre, people look at you weirdly. But so there's lots of great brands that you can wear. Obviously, Adidas, Ping make great clothing. Mizuno make great clothing. Jay Lindbergh, you see some of the Jay Lindbergh stuff on tour. That's pretty expensive, but there's lots of.
There are options. We got choices.
Melbourne's one that everybody, Jason Day, they all mocked him, but we've seen a fair bit of Melbourne around, Tommy.
Yeah,
and
you've put in a big order. I've got my eye on a couple of things coming in.
Yeah, there's a bit of Melbourne coming to my pro shop, so look for that on the online store. But I just think keep your shoes clean, Tommy. Come on,
yeah,
come on,
okay.
mate.
I'll get a photo up. They're pretty bad.
They're disgusting, mate.
And they were great. They look so good so early. It's a lot of effort to keep them clean,
White belt, white shoes.
I don't know about
that.
I don't know about white belt, mate.
Yeah, you've got to be able to play good. If you wear a white belt, you need to be able to play the game well.
Somebody I saw on TikTok recently was saying they will only wear a belt if they know what sort of animal is holding their pants up.
Oh.
They're like plain colours. Or they liked some sort of exotic, I believe it was, leather.
Exotic?
Yeah. And I was like, do I need a tiger skin? Or do I need an ostrich leg belt? I don't know.
I do see a lot of the young fellas or the young pennant players.
With fancy belts.
Fancy belts, skinny pants.
Yeah.
The athletic fit shirt.
Yeah.
They go out on the golf course. They've got the string lines on the putting green. They've got the glasses on back to front on the cap, ear pods in. They're looking pretty smart.
Is this what I'm missing? Is this why I'm not a scratch golfer?
I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm saying you see a fair bit of that from the younger crowd. They're looking pretty sharp. So I think Tommy, just pull your act together, mate.
Do better. Yeah. Fuck it. That's two weeks in a row. I've had a mild to spicy serve from you. Being on time, cleaning my golf shoes. By the end of this...
It's not just your golf swing I'm trying to fix, mate.
It's all the behaviour surrounding it. Do better.
I'm trying to make you a more rounded person.
I like that. I like that a lot. I appreciate the help. I appreciate the feedback. Duly noted. I will clean my shoes. I'll get a photo up for you guys. They're so bad. It's so bad. My God.
Straight down to Vinny's. Straight down to Vinny's. Please.
Straight down the bin. Okay. Now, I have been trialling some gear this week. Oh, yeah. So, friends of the pod or friends of myself may know that I lost my Garmin Z82 rangefinder recently. I was on the 17th hole. I zapped the pin. I was playing a practice match in preparation for my Club Champs playoffs or match play. And then I got halfway down 18 and I couldn't find it.
Isn't it ironic, Tommy, that something that was made or designed to help you go someplace and find your way, you actually lost? They should have like a tracking...
Yeah, and like it syncs to my phone, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I ever set that up. Either way, it's gone. It didn't make its way back to me, and that's okay. I hope whoever found it enjoys it and it has a wonderful life and keeps you happy.
They're not giving it back by now.
No, it's been a few weeks, so, bless up. It's been real. However, our friends at Golf Performance Store have sent over a rangefinder for me to try. It's been pretty good.
It's pretty cool.
It's the Voice Caddy. I can't remember the model number. Can you?
No, but it's yellow.
ZL1 maybe?
Yes. You probably should have known that.
Off the top of my head. Good guess. If it's wrong, I'll just edit it back in. It's pretty good. I don't hate it.
How's it been going? How many times you played with it?
I probably played 3 or 4 rounds with it, so still early days, still kind of working some things out. It has 6 times zoom. So
what is that all about? What's 6 times zoom mean?
if
Why
you've
can't
ever-
it just be one zoom?
No. Sorry.
close.
Like, you look down it and everything in it is 6 times closer, Grandpa. It doesn't adjust the zoom. It's not like a camera lens where you toggle in or out. It's more like if I point this at a hedge and I'm standing in the pro shop, the hedge looks very big, out the front door. If I'm 60 meters away from the green and I shoot the flag, it's very easy to see and it's very easy to lock onto the flag. So the other day, I locked onto the pin from 350 meters away.
Why?
I was checking out if I could do it. I was standing on the tee box.
Were you waiting for the green to clear, Tom?
No, mate. I know my limits.
Okay. Yeah.
Things I will say about it so far. I really like it. It's very fast. It locks on really easily. My major piece of feedback is that because the zoom is really good, if I shoot the green from 75 meters away and then I shoot it from 175 meters away, the eyepiece moves and you do need to toggle with the focus just a little bit.
Oh.
So I don't hate it, but it does require a little bit of input. And it's probably the most effective rangefinder I've used in terms of actually locking the pin. My Garmin Z82 would struggle to lock onto the actual flag. And then if you're playing a temporary hole or something like that, where the golf course wasn't in
Oh, I never thought of that.
as
Never thought
per
of
the
that.
GPS map, it would,
Yep.
you might be shooting a pin that's 105 meters. But if the Garmin thought it was 150 meters, it would give you an estimate of somewhere in that 150 meters range.
Contradicting.
Well, not ideal. So,
Listen, how close do you zap, Tommy? Now, what's the rule here? So
someone suggested this for a do we like it, do we not like it segment.
I may have seen somebody the other day pull out a laser, and if they were more than 35 metres from the pin,
Yeah.
I'm not here. And it's like people, it's just there. It's 35 metres. It's just there.
Yeah, I like that. I think inside of probably 40 odd, I won't zap. Sometimes if I have a bunker or an obstacle to carry,
Okay.
I like to zap the lip so that I have an idea of what number I'm trying to fly at,
Okay.
But less than, I think 40 is my last sort of number in my wedge matrix that isn't a chip,
Does it have a magnet on the side, Tom?
Yeah, magnet on the side. I never take carts, so that's not a big feature
I was
to
going
me.
to say, so if you take a card, I'll find it and I'll give it back to you.
The big selling point for PGA pros, if it's got a magnet on the side, you just get to sell it twice.
If you've left your laser at home, everybody out there, if you've left your laser at home, walk into your local pro shop and go, I lost my laser last week, I left it on the cart. If there's not 4 of them sitting in the lost property basket, it's crazy.
It's
That's
a
all
white
we do.
Bushnell. Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. As soon as they put magnets on these things, more of them came back, still on the golf cart. You know what a good hack is for that? When you take it out of the case,
Yeah, I've heard
so
this.
your voice caddy case,
Yeah,
for example,
yeah.
put your car keys in the case.
In the case.
Zip it up.
Yeah.
So when you go to get in your car to get your keys, you go, if your laser's not in there, oh my gosh, run back to the cart barn. And so it's a great hack.
So
There you
I
go.
needed that before I lost my Garmin. Anyway, what I want you guys to hear, we will actually be putting together some YouTube content around the rangefinder. We'll let you know how we find it. So far, so good. It is fairly expensive. We will have a discount code coming for you guys for Voice Caddy products from Golf Performance Store, so stay tuned. But if you're in the
You can
market
also
for
get
a
it on the
rangefinder-
Encore store, I would
Yep.
assume. Tommy.
Encore sell it too.
Yep.
So if and Golf Performance are Encore's preferred provider.
There you
So
go.
Encore stores will have a discount code for you. We'll let you know how that goes. But essentially, if you're in the market for a rangefinder, not a bad place to look. We'll kind of put through a full-blown YouTube review of that whole process
How long
of
until
how
you
we
lose
like
it? How long until you need one with a chain, mate? That's what you need. How about that?
Like
Well,
one of
that
those
string, like
well,
your brush cleaner.
yeah, like a
need
little
that.
carabiner that goes on my
Yeah.
belt loop.
Yeah. You want to get some, innovation for all those laser companies out there. Put a carabiner on the laser so it doesn't leave your side.
FootJoy or someone to make pants with a strip that I can stick the magnet on.
Oh, that is something that If you kept that to yourself, you could have made some money.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look, it's gone now. If you
Okay.
patent it, I will find you and take 10%.
Love your work.
Okay, now, this week, things I saw online that have me mildly terrified.
Ooh.
I saw someone talking about on TikTok being scared, fearful, apprehensive around being allocated a tea time with a stranger.
This is a thing. This
Is
is
it?
an actual thing.
That's what I have written down in the show notes.
Yeah.
Is this a thing? Do
Yeah.
people not like playing with strangers? What's the go?
I can tell you when they come into the pro shop, they've booked online. There might be 2 of them,
Yeah.
and the line will have another 2 people booked in it, and then they actually want to bring 4, and their mates booked 2 behind, and so people don't like playing with other people. I get that, but in the day and age of busy golf courses, sometimes you're going to have to play with people you don't like. Maybe, just maybe, introduce yourself to them. Have a nice day. They might be interesting. They could be a member of a private club somewhere, and if you have a nice day with them, they might invite you to play a nice golf course. Golf's a social game, so you need to meet people. Don't be scared of them. Don't be scared of them. Just lie about your handicap to them, all that sort of stuff. You don't need to tell them where you're from. The whole, what do you play? I thought, I actually play off 7, but I've got a bit of an injury and I've slid out to 22. But, it is a thing. People don't like playing golf with people they don't know. I get it. But if you join a golf club, that's going to happen. You're going to have to meet people. So I don't see a problem with it doing it socially. I wish more people would do it.
Now, one of my playing days is a Tuesday, right? So I'm just not this guy that worries about playing with people because I don't have 3 friends that are free on a Tuesday. Like everybody's just at work, right? So I play with old blokes, young blokes, tea times full of 3 ladies, one other bloke on a random Tuesday morning. Like it's just never really been an option for me because I like to get that second midweek round in where I can. I suppose one of the things I thought about early on when I was doing this was I wonder if they'll judge me based on what I score or what I shoot. You're a PGA pro. You've played with all sorts of different people. Does anybody really care what you shoot?
No. Is it like going to the gym? Like when you go to the gym, people sort of look around. I don't know if they're watching me, but then when you get into it, people are just, golf's hard enough. You sort of concentrate on your own thing, and hopefully someone hooks the ball and you slice the ball and you meet at the green. You don't actually cross paths.
Is it like going to the gym is a great point.
Yeah, it's a bit like going to the gym. But I think that's why it's important to introduce yourself on the tee. G'day, Tom. Lee's my name. Nice to meet you. How did you play today? Do you normally play somewhere? You might find you strike up a friendship. I know that people get nervous playing with a golf pro. I see that a lot. But when I have a hit with my members and stuff, they get a bit nervous, and you could see that. So it's my job to make them feel comfortable, have a joke. I'm a bit nervous standing behind me, Lee, when I'm teeing off. And I normally follow with, well, Tom, I'm not going to stand in front of you while you tee off.
You're a dickhead.
You know what I mean? So that sort of breaks the ice. So you've got to, it's a thing. People don't like playing with other people sometimes. But next social round someone has, try to meet someone. And if you don't like them, it doesn't matter. You're probably never going to see them again in your life. But if you strike up a friendship and a relationship, well, that's great as well.
You might
Give
just
it a
have
go.
fun.
You never know.
One thing I'll say is, as somebody who plays a lot midweek and has played with all sorts of random people, most people you play with or of the vast majority, have some really interesting, funny, clever, wonderful insights into golf and the world and unique, different perspectives that you may not have normally had. And I've met a whole stack of really lovely people who I play with on a Tuesday. And I love it, and it's great. I also have a list in my phone of people that I maybe am not super eager to play with again, and I also think that's okay, right? I think you said to me once that the timesheet never lies.
Every golf pro in the world who works in a pro shop knows this. So if you're someone that can't get a game and you play in your local members comp and people keep pulling out, I hate to tell you.
You're that guy.
You're the person. And we've got, it's like throwing a grenade at the timesheet. You know what I mean? People just scatter.
Clears out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The timesheet never lies. Unfortunately, so maybe look within. But most people at most clubs are pretty good, I've found.
Okay.
Look, have a hit.
Now, just a quick question. I haven't prepared you for this.
Ooh.
In order to be somebody who's fun or enjoyable to play with, who, you know, would be invited back for a round type thing, what sort of boxes do I need to tick? What do I need to do to not be that guy on the tee sheet?
Don't tell people how to improve their golf. Probably, you know, don't be that golf coach.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't nitpick them about the rules, you know. Lead by example. Don't talk when they're hitting. That's probably a big one. Don't stand behind them when they're hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be obnoxious.
Yep.
You know,
Nice.
it's not hard to be obnoxious. Thank them when you finish around. Offer to buy them a drink. You know, nice to meet you. You might exchange details. You may not. But, yeah, don't be obnoxious. Just have a game. Enjoy each other. Find out one thing about them. You know, one thing. Find out their footy team. Find out, you know, where they're from. You know, what's their story, what they did, what they do. You know, and then that's easy. Yeah, don't be obnoxious. Don't be obnoxious.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are all things.
Are
I
you
think
struggling to get a game on Tuesday's time? Are people pulling out? Or?
Why is there never anybody on my team? No. I'm lucky that I made some nice friends on a Tuesday who are often quite eager to play. So super fortunate.
Anybody wants a game on a Tuesday at Bankstown, let us know. Tommy's keen.
Tuesday morning, let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Any Tuesday, name your time, send us a comment, send us an email. I'm around. Okay. Next thing. It's tough. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it.
Jesus.
Next thing we need to talk about. Now, some key context for you here, guys. It's Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening now. Our last podcast aired on Monday. So Jordan has received the wisdom. It's been passed down on high from Lee about how he's going to play the 17th hole at Strathfield. Now, in the 1.5 work days since he listened, he has not played. Okay? So we have no feedback. Come on, Jordan. Do better, mate. We have no feedback from Jordan for this week, but we will. But for our course management crash course this week, we have Alex. He's a member at Bonnie Doon in Sydney's eastern suburbs. Beautiful golf course. Love it out there.
Right.
He's struggling
Here we go.
with the 14th hole. It's a par 5.
Okay, you've sent me these photos.
I've sent you
Tommy,
this.
haven't you?
So close your eyes for me. I'm going to paint you a picture.
Right.
Par 5. 480 metres from the tips. Call it 450 from the blues.
Right.
Now, one of the challenges with this hole is that in your eye line, the whole way up the right-hand side is the practice driving range.
This is the par 5.
You know this hole.
Yeah, I do now.
The driving range is OB
Yep.
on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I found out last time I played here, this stupid place, the left-hand side is not hazard, but it is like shrubbery. And should you find your ball in there, you can play it out with no penalty. However, should your ball enter that place and you not find it, it would be a lost ball and you would need to re-tee for 3.
Yes.
Tricky. There is a wider part of the fairway at about 160 metres, or to carry all of the shrub on the left and all of the driving range, you need about 250 with the big stick, 250 with driver.
That's a big hit. Is that normally into the wind, that hole?
And it almost exclusively plays into the wind, which means it's going to be harder to control spin, harder to control flight. What do we do here? You're the PGA pro. You've probably played this course in competition and outside of it. How do you go about playing this hole if you don't have 250 carry? Or if you do have 250 carry, which Alex actually does, what do we do here?
So has Alex been ripping a few OB, has he?
Well, Tom certainly did last time he played with Alex. Not OB. I plugged mine with driver, left into the junk, couldn't find it, and then had to take stroke and distance 4, and I wiped anyway. But I think that would have been a wipe because it was a lost ball and I misinterpreted the rules.
So the tea tree or the stuff on the left and the way you've got to cover you've literally, you've got to start at left of the driving range.
Yes.
And the hole itself is asking you to hit either a straight one or a little soft fade.
Yeah.
But you've got to start at left, basically over the the bunkers, and there's a bunker up there on the corner where you can aim at. It's probably your aiming point.
Yep.
That's where you're aiming, I think. Hitting at that. And then the second shot, by memory, I'm seeing your pictures here, Tom, but it's asking you to hug the left-hand side, but if you do that...
There's bunkering.
And then your approach shot into the green, depending on where the pin is, you've got to go over the bunkers. There's some bunkers that run up the middle of the green there.
Correct.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going all right so far. So, one, I would find out where the pin is before you tee off.
Okay, why?
So if you hit a 250, you can carry 250, you've probably got a chance to go up the green in 2, yeah?
Yep, fair.
So you've either got to take the bunkers on, or you can lay up to the right and pitch it in. But depending on how far you want to hit your second shot. See, it's probably a second shot hole more than a tee shot. The tee shot, you don't really have an option. You just got to hit a good one.
Yes.
And sometimes that just, just happens.
It's just that hard.
Yeah. So you've got to hit a good one, but your second shot is probably where it's critical here. So I would be, the more you hug the left-hand side of the fairway, the shorter the shot you will have in to the green.
Correct. Okay,
but
just
what they're
quickly,
asking, yes?
Sorry, you said it might be a second shot hole.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you mean by that.
Okay, so you've got to hit the fairway off your drive. It's asking you to hit the drive on the fairway.
Yep.
But what it's doing with your second shot, it's asking you how much do you want to take on the left-hand side of the fairway to make the hole shorter for your third shot.
Right.
So if the more you take on the left-hand side, the closer you're going to be to the pin / green.
Yeah.
But there's lots of room to the right.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm hearing is it's almost the tee shot you need to be in play.
Yeah.
The second shot, the course designer is almost asking you,
he's taunting you.
do you want to gamble?
Have a go.
Have a go with too much club and pull it and end up in the junk and make 6 or 7, or stay left and try and cut that next shot off, or do you just bail out right and have further in?
Yeah, I would suggest, it's a judgment call on the day, but I would suggest if you want to play a little safer, hit it up the right. Be prepared to have sort of 15 to 20 metres more into the pin.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind that the closer you keep it to the left-hand side, the more that left-hand side comes into play. But if you pull it off, you're going to have a shorter shot into the green.
Yeah, but like that 100 to 75 metre bunker shot is not good for most people.
You want to stay far away from the left-hand side. So if you can't get there in 2, I would be my second shot would be middle fairway to right side of the fairway.
Okay.
You're going to have an extra club in maybe and then pitch it in. Stay away from the left-hand side. They want you to go at the... We all get suckered in by flags. So you want to try to keep that thing away from the flag. So you've got a nice third shot into the green. It's a big green. It is a U-shaped green, but it's a big green. Get it on the green. Try and make a putt for birdie. Go to the next. Away you go. Don't get suckered in by the left-hand side. You can, but I'd hate to say your tee shot, you're just going to have to hit a good one.
Okay. Well, is there any merit to hitting iron here or not really?
So how far's the hole, Tom?
480 blacks, 450 maybe blues. Tees.
Okay, so it's not a long par 5.
No.
So you could hit a 2-iron. You could, 220 metres.
Yeah.
You could hit a 5-iron, 150, 170 metres. What do we got? We've got 120 metre pitch shot.
Yeah. Okay.
If the tee shot itself, you've just got the irrits and you just know you're going to hit it in the middle of the driving range.
Just hit an iron.
Maybe just hit something up the left, hit something that's not going to reach the trees. Play it as a genuine 3-shotter. I know it's a shorter par 5, depending on the breeze or the wind. And just take that shot out of play. It's okay to hit a bad one, don't hit a dumb one. So if you're standing on the tee and all you can see is out of bounds, pick a different club.
Oh, speaking of it's okay to hit a bad one, it's not okay to hit a dumb one. I hit some dumb ones the other day. I think that is probably going to be the headline of my season this year is stop hitting dumb. Don't mind the bad ones. Don't hit dumb ones. I really like that. I think it's going to change my life.
Well, reality is everybody's allowed to hit a bad shot.
Oh, yeah.
Because no one, even Rory McIlroy hits bad shots.
The dumb ones.
The weekend warrior is going to hit a bad shot. Just don't hit a dumb one.
They're inexcusable. Okay.
Yep.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Give that a go.
first tee shot in play. Second one, the dumb one is left side. Stay away from the left side. We don't mind if you take it on or not. Right middle. Hit a wedge on. Or if you take it on, that's fine. Just don't be in that junk in the middle.
If you take it on, you want to know that you can cover that bunker in the middle of the green.
Yeah, because it's up and down from there is trouble.
It's trouble. That's right. But that's what the course design is trying to do. They're trying to give you options. They're trying to dare you.
I found this segment quite helpful personally. I know I'm not playing half of these holes, but thinking about what the course designer is trying to ask you to do, or the temptation and why they're trying to make you do that, has really, I think, helped with my decision making.
Yeah. Good golf design gives you options.
Yeah.
Bad golf design is only one shot to play.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
It's a whole other tangent, but that's basically the way it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, thank you for that, Lee. Helpful, insightful.
Happy to help, Tom.
Alex, next time you're out there, let us know how you go. Jordan, it will be Monday by now, so you hopefully have played. This is a reminder. Send us your information. Let us know how you went.
Please.
Okay. Now, let's talk about what we're working on at the moment.
Okay. Tommy,
Lee.
what are you working on? Or am I going first?
No. We'll start. That's fine. I can start. That's okay. I'm happy to go.
Yep.
We've been talking about stats.
Yes.
I have been assisted. I've been reached out. I'm going to be set up with Arcos.
Oh,
I'm going to give it another go.
Is this the company you didn't like that now you're going to try?
I had some reservations. I wasn't
Is this
sure
like
about
a coloured ball thing all over again.
the coloured ball. I had to change my mind on because that's an accessibility standpoint thing. That's fine. I'll own that. Arcos. Apparently the link tech has changed. The link that used to go on your belt, I hated. It didn't really work. It was clanky, janky. The link is apparently better. It now sits in your pocket, which is nice because I don't have to look like a middle-aged man with something on my belt like that, which I'm
What's
very
wrong
fond
with being
of.
a middle-aged man, Tom?
Heaps, mate, heaps. I'm about a bee's dick away from being one, and it's terrifying.
Thanks.
No, I'm embracing my grumpy old golfer. I'm already a middle-aged man. I'm there. Let's do it. But I didn't love the whole belt loop thing. I didn't love the link. It seemed to miss shots. Apparently that's changed. So I'm being set up with an Arcos system, which is awesome. I'm going to be tracking my stats. By this time next week, I will have hopefully played 2 or 3 rounds. I will have hopefully had Arcos set up. I'm going to come back to you with 2 or 3 areas. I imagine at least 2 or 3 areas, hopefully not too many more, of my game that are going to require some attention. And then you and I are going to go about, set about working on them. How does that sound?
Sounds good. So just so I've got this straight, everything that you don't like, the following week, someone gives you it from the company to try again.
No, I still don't like coloured balls. I don't like them.
I don't like Ferraris. I don't like Ferraris. I don't like Ferraris. We'll see if it works.
I reckon inside of 3 months, someone gives you a Ferrari. Done.
Yeah. I don't like holidays to Europe. I don't like... yeah, okay.
You're a dick.
Good. Oh, it works for you.
You're the worst. I'm still not sold on coloured balls, but I now understand why people might use them. And I also am not sold on Arcos, but I have committed to giving it a second try.
Okay.
I will let you know how it goes. If I hate it, I will also be honest, because so far I haven't loved it. Watch this space, right? I'm going to come back to you. Hopefully what this will help me do is find some areas of my game that are not so good. And God knows they
It's
exist.
your conviction that I'm worried about, not your honesty. So, okay. Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, moving on.
Fair enough. Again, punching bag this week. That's okay.
Yep.
I'll bounce back. I'll recover.
Yeah.
Lee, you talk to me, mate. What are you trying to work on this week?
Okay, so Tommy, you've known this, but no one's known this. But I hurt my wrist playing golf.
Yeah.
Yes. And how did I do that? I didn't warm up properly, people. But I happen to know a decent physio. And Greg, great guy. No, sorry.
This guy. No.
So Tommy gave me some work. There's something wrong with my wrist, Tommy. What's the technical term?
It's
Old
DOB.
age.
DOB, date of birth, yeah.
Date of birth.
Yeah.
So Tommy gave me some treatment. I've been working on that, and tonight I'm down here at the Palms. It's 9-something, and I've hit a couple of golf balls, so which is good. So I walked into the Palms tonight at 8:30 or at 8 o'clock because we're going to film this. I've hit a few golf balls. I saw Chris downstairs practicing his driver. Well done, Chris.
Get him, Chrissy.
Go get him, Chrissy. He's down there whacking drivers. And so thank you, Tom. After 2 weeks, I can hit a couple of shots. So I'm on the mend.
So
you've got sore wrists, yeah.
He's bouncing back slowly. Slowly.
I'm middle-aged.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
Longer.
And I did receive a video of him hitting a full swing today, which is kind of exciting. Now,
I bet speed was about 42 miles per hour.
Yeah, full swing, full speed.
Flat out. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that has kind of accidentally become a recurring theme on this podcast is stuff goes wrong when you don't warm up. Interestingly, we also received a mailbag question this week from a lovely young man named Chris. He says, I'm sure we've all been guilty of rocking up with little to no time before we tee off for a multitude of reasons. Geez, what does that feel like, Chris? Couldn't tell you. But let's say you've only got 5 to 10 minutes, that's a lot, to warm up or get ready. What stretch or activity do you reckon is the best? I know a few boys that absolutely need to chip to get their feel on before a round, whereas I'm a firm believer of swinging 2 irons together to stretch and warm up in a pinch. I'm interested to hear your thoughts, lads. Would you like to take this one, or would you like me to? How does this work?
Well, from my point of view, if you've got 3 minutes, have a quick putt. That's it.
Interesting.
That's all you got. Because if you 3-putt the first hole of the day because you don't have the speed, whatever. That's what I would say. But Tommy, what would you do? This is your domain.
Look, there's a whole stack of research that's been done on the golf swing, and that won't interest most people, but it should. Your lead leg, so your left side for a right-handed golfer, if your lead leg hip internal rotation, so your ability to turn your pelvis over that planted front leg, is limited or impaired, I think it's something along the lines of, don't quote me on this, it's high. It's something like 85% of golfers with limited lead leg internal rotation have back pain after golfing activity. So if it was me, if I was late to the tee, we know that early extension is a killer from my shanks the other week. We know that back pain after golf is miserable. We know that club head speed is down when we don't turn well. I would be trying to do some form of drill to get my lead leg turning a little bit better. I'd be trying to turn my torso a little bit, and I'd be having a putt. That'd be my sort of three things.
The club behind your shoulder trick when you...
Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad for like your mid-back.
Yeah.
Something like a hip airplane or some like rotating over that lead side. So sort of getting into like that position and like really rotating over the top of that hip and freeing it up a little bit. If I only had a few minutes, might be handy.
Because we're just jumping out of a car normally, so that's pretty tight, isn't it? So
yeah, totally. And you've probably just woken up stiff as a board after a full work week if you're a Saturday morning player. You've jumped in the car for 40 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, arrived at golf and done nothing. So that's where I'd start. If you're really not sure, send us an email. I'll send you a warm-up guide. There are some things in there that you can chip away on. Chris, thank you for the question. I think the real answer to your question, and both of Lee and my problems, are get to golf earlier.
Set the alarm clock a little earlier, Chris.
20 minutes earlier on the alarm, mate.
Yeah.
We've both learned it the hard way in the last 2 weeks.
One less drink at the pub the night before.
Or just have that drink and set your alarm earlier. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay, our final segment for the week. The last thing. I think arguably my favourite thing on the podcast so far. Lee, mate. It's time for you to talk to me. What's bothering you this week, buddy?
Oh, I love this too. I've got to be careful. But what's bothering me?
What do you mean? What do you have to be careful of?
Well, I don't want to upset someone.
Do it.
I had been known to say things that I probably shouldn't sometimes, but that's okay. I was driving out of the car park Saturday afternoon, 5 o'clock. Bit big day, golf, members comp, beautiful sunny day, car park's emptied out, basically because everybody's finished their round. And it was like a slalom course of sand buckets in the car park. There were sand buckets everywhere.
Jeez,
So
how did they get out there?
people have walked back to their car, packed their gear up, forgot to take the sand bucket off and put it on the provided areas to put your sand bucket when you finish. So not only do people not take the sand buckets on the golf course, if they do, they don't take them off. I reckon there would have been 40 sand buckets in the car park.
Jeez, what sort of heinous, nasty, horrible, wicked
So I don't like
person would do that?
Now, why don't I like it? Because those sand buckets get run over by cars. They're like ducks on the road. They get squashed. The superintendent and his staff the next morning have to go and pick them all up when they could be out there getting the golf course ready, and they cost money to replace. So stop leaving your sand bucket in the middle of the car park. That's what annoys me. If you forgot it, walk it back and congratulate yourself for walking it back by buying a nice cold drink.
Being a good member.
Being a good... It doesn't have to be a member. It just has to be a good golfer.
Yeah,
Stop leaving your sand buckets in the car park, people.
I love that.
Not good.
I love that so much.
Not good.
That is definitely something I've done. Sorry, Dave.
You do it every week.
Sorry, Fitzy. No, I was good. I was good this week. I was good.
Oh, yeah.
Promise.
Fitzy would understand.
Fitzy would not understand. He would. Yeah. You know what he'd do.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for sharing with us what's bothering you this week, mate. That's
no
lovely.
worries, Tommy. Happy to help.
I'm excited for what you bring next week. I know it's going to be good.
I've got a good one.
Yeah?
A good one.
Of course, because the list is long.
Yeah, I got a good one. Yeah.
Okay, now, next week, things you need to watch out for on the pod. Ooh. We are going to have, finally, touch wood. I know we keep saying it. It's coming. Bear with us, bear with us, bear with us. We're going to do the outcome or the autopsy of Lee's lesson. Putting and chipping, we're going to unpack it. Our new segment, Did Tom Arrive to Golf on Time next week, is going to air. It's going to be wild. It's going to be awesome.
He won't.
Shush you. Yeah. We're going to have some YouTube stuff this week. There are 2 sets of irons that are popping up, so we're going to get to them. We're going to get to the TaylorMade and the new Callaways in the next week or 2. And then what we also need from you guys is what other products, what other things do you want to see? What do you want us to review? We're going to unpack the new Voice Caddy rangefinder for you as well. In that sort of space about things that are available, what do you want to see? What do you want us to unpack? What would you like our opinions on? That's kind of all coming up in the next week or 2. So please stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. We'll see you out in the course.
Thanks, buddy.